Guys, this is a topic that doesn't often come up these days, but it can do, and it's pretty easy to get your head around. So sometimes they ask you whether a formula could be a formula for a volume, a formula for area, perimeter, or neither. And what we mean by neither is if it represents 4 dimensions, or there's like a mixture of dimensions, like a combination of 2 dimensions and 1, which is impossible to happen. So if you look at this, you should know what this formula is basically, but you've got a dimension plus a dimension, and they're combining to make 1. So that's 1 dimension times by another dimension, and therefore creating a 2-dimensional problem, which is then halved, which is just a number. So that is an area, and in fact the area of a trapezium. So here we have a dimension being multiplied by another dimension being multiplied by another dimension. So basically a dimension, and another dimension, which therefore is 3-dimensional and therefore is volume. So here we have a number, so that is not a dimension, only the letters are representing dimensions. So 2 dimensions multiplied together, that is area. So here we have a number, so that's just half an A, so that's 1 dimension plus another dimension. So that is in fact a perimeter, a length plus another length. Now, here you have an area, because there's 2 dimensions there, plus a single dimension. So that is an impossibility. It cannot happen. You can't have a formula that has an area plus a length in it. So that one is neither. Here we have an area, because it's something squared, plus another area. So it's like a compound area problem, and then square rooted. You can ignore that stuff, it's just the dimensions that you're interested in. So it's an area plus an area, so that is an area. We can do an area plus an area, but not an area plus a length. Now this one's an interesting one, because that's an area times by an area, which technically, if you think of your indices, makes 4 dimensions, but then you're dividing it by a single dimension, which make it 3 dimensions. So that's a tricky one, but I'm going to go with volume for that, because that would create 4 dimensions. It's not plusing, remember, it's multiplying. But then we're dividing it by another dimension, so to reduce one of them, so that's fine, that is a volume. And here we have a length, remember that's just 1 letter, 1 dimension, plus another single dimension, so that's a perimeter or a length. It should say length rather than perimeter really. So that is a length. So the only one that didn't work is the area plus a length. So they have to be the same type of formula for you to combine them. So hopefully that makes a bit of sense.